Hi everybody, it's good to see you again on the third episode of the JethRoe Revealed Series. I'm so happy to talk to you about my very first song. 13 years ago, I was 14 years old. I had just left Sunday school choir where I was a little kind of a star. I forget that. I had just joined high school, senior one, and I was living with one of my longtime friends up to now. He's also a senior in the gospel music thing. He's called Dennis. He actually in 2007 they had just released their very first album. They are a duo. They live in Juba now, and so I was staying with them, and they liked me because of how I would do some things. I was also a good artist. Then I would actually design campaign posters for prefects using a blue pen and a black pen and a pencil, just that. And so it was interesting that time, and so they liked me for that, and I got close to them. And then something happened that they discovered I could sing a little bit, and so I joined the SU choir and we were doing things. And then at some point I got moved to write a certain song. I think it was called How Good You Are. I don't even remember how it flows right now, but it was my very first song that I wrote. It was called How Good You Are. It was talking about God's goodness, where He picked me from and where He's put me. I used to be in darkness and then I saw the light. I used to be lost and then I'm found. Those are the few lines I remember from the song, and it was a very, 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 very nice feeling. I was just a young boy, and interestingly, I had not known a lot of English. I had not known enough basics on music. I had not understood some principles of poetry. Music and poetry are sort of inseparable. But sometimes I feel like those songs that I wrote those days were the most purest of songs. Why? Because I did put in what I think I know when it comes to knowledge and expertise and what. They were crude and they were just raw. And sometimes I feel like the raw things are the most sincere because they are not processed, nothing is added, nothing is furnished. Sometimes we get lost in poetry and philosophy when we try to put it into the things that we're writing in songs. And so sometimes I really feel I could write songs like that again, when the feeling is so pure. I don't mix it with knowledge. But also I'm so happy for those beginnings, for those times, and I feel like now if I write a song that can make someone think deeply, it's also because I have learned to add philosophy, point of view, perspective, personal experiences, language, and literature into it. And so I'm so humbled by where I came from. I'm so happy. I'm so indebted to people like Dennis, people like Tom Zuro, people like Homeboy Justin, people like many other friends of mine who have been in the music industry, because every time they told me, "You guy, you can do something." I have actually sung with very many of them on their own records, and they always say, "You guy, you can do something." And so I want to thank God that they were able to see this and encourage me not to stop with my very first song that I wrote. And now I have written a series of songs, over 50 songs that I have written. Some of them I don't remember. Some of them I just write them for a certain specific moment. For example, all over me, I can't stop thinking about you. Lord, you are all over me. Now, songs like that come at a point when you are in something and you just sing it for that time, and once you get out of that, it's over. But somebody out there is writing their first song right now. I want to encourage you not to let it go. It could be an open door into things that you are supposed to bring to us in the world. You don't belong to yourself, you belong to us. I don't belong to me, I belong to you. And so that's why I have to put out what I have, and you have to put out what you have, and see that you process it and you take it higher and higher and higher. Thank you. May God bless you. See you in episode 4, where I talk about what do we talk about in episode 4? I'm talking about why now? Why did I decide to come on the music scene now? I'll be telling you about that. God bless you. Thank you. So be it. When my eyes can't see the victory, it tells me